Welcome to WesternSlopeNow.com. Meteorologist Russ Pappas here. Just about the 4 o'clock hour on Thursday, January 13th. And we've had some overcast conditions. As expected, we started the day beautifully, nice, mostly clear, totally clear starts. And then thin high clouds by lunch and then late afternoon tea time. And we had the clouds building in overhead. This is the cloud coverage ahead of our incoming, I don't want to say storm system because it's not that strong. I'm not giving it that much credit. We'll call it a disturbance at best. But the cloud coverage still hasn't really put a damper on the high temperatures today. We're still running things mild. Mild meaning we're above the seasonal average in the upper 30s for this time of the year. You can see Delta in the low 50s. Aspen and Paonia are not checking in correctly. 30s at Gunnison. That's disappointing for the Gunnison Valley because today was the day we had hoped we'd get above freezing. But again, mild temperatures at the recording of this web weather. And by the way, thanks for having us in your device, on your device, in your hand, on your laptop. Temperatures in the 30s, then in the 40s. A little bit of a breeze outside. That's step 2 with this incoming disturbance. First is the cloud coverage tonight. And by the way, we'll start to clear the skies out before lunch tomorrow. So not all that impressive. And then the second element to the system will be the increased wind speeds. Right now we're looking at 10 mile per hour winds, top wind gusts of the day, not really exceeding 10 to 15 miles per hour. But when the cold front comes through tomorrow afternoon, we could expect our winds, and this is not a direct hit. This cold front is primarily backing in from the east. We consider it a backdoor cold front. It's going to get jammed up on the divide. It's going to lose a lot of its luster. As far as top wind gusts go, I don't even think we'll get close to 25 miles per hour on this board. Glenwood Springs, Aspen, and Gunnison could potentially get to the 25 zone, but 10 to 15 is what we're looking at for breezy conditions, and that's enough to make it feel a little bit colder, even though we're going to still be mild Friday afternoon. And Friday afternoon, when we hit our high temperatures for the day, we're still going to be above the seasonal average, which is the upper 30s. It will just be breezy. We're going to be dry. We're going to be clear Friday night. So this is a quick moving system in and out, not much to it. We don't have a winter weather advisory, but it's the northern and the central mountain zones that are going to pick up a little bit of snow. In fact, they're going to fight over about 3 to 6 inches, and that is being very optimistic. The 6-inch part. We're looking at not a lot of storm totals. In fact, by Friday afternoon, you could just see outside of Boise, Idaho, a little bit of rain and snow and mix. That's the low pressure system aspect of this front. It's going to continue tracking to the east, and then it will dip down east, well east of the divide, but it's not going to put a whole, in fact, 24 hours from now, it'll be in portions of Cody, Wyoming, and eastern Nebraska, eastern South Dakota, if my geography is correct. But you can see South Dakota is just lit up with wind advisories, winter weather advisories, and winter storm warnings all the way into Minnesota and further south into Iowa and just barely touching Kansas. So with this system, we're not expecting a lot. 1 to 2 inches on the Grand Mesa, 1 inch around Craig, 1 inch for Gunnison, and that's about it. This is going to swing through, put some snow in Denver, and it's going to continue dropping further east into the deep south, and it's going to create some disturbing weather for them. In fact, we may see some snow flurries in places like Jackson, Mississippi, where it's traditionally hot as a chili pepper down there, but light snow flurries, that might be something they could look forward to, but no accumulations. Getting into Friday morning, we still have these really mild temperatures. I know you're laughing at me. These are 20-degree readings, but we're supposed to be 15 degrees at Montrose, so we're almost 10 degrees less cold than we should be, and we're about 17 degrees, the average for Grand Junction. Gunnison checking in with the single digits. Yeah, this is a cold start. And a mild finish because, once again, I'm rooting for Gunnison to get above freezing, and the Highway 50 corridor should be back into the 40-degree range. We're not setting records. And the other day I misspoke. I talked about an all-time January warmth record of 44 degrees. That was incorrect. 62 is the all-time January warm record. That 44 was actually the coldest high temperature, the minimum low high. anyways, there's the wind. You will have cloud coverage tonight. There's the wind on Friday. There's the cold air on Saturday because post-frontal weather always is clear and dry and cold. You might want to head up to the Grand Mesa and exercise, recreate, have some fun. This will be a great weekend to get up to the Powderhorn Mountain Resort. Great weekend to take your machines up onto the Grand Mesa. I know Saturday night there's the Nordic Ski Council is having a full moon bonfire party. So if you're interested in cross-country skiing and getting out to play at night, you should definitely look into that. And then, of course, Sunday and into the middle of next week, we moderate our temperatures back to the low 40s. There's a disturbance Tuesday, Wednesday, and I failed to mention it on satellite radar imagery, but it's a low pressure system that's cut off from the main flow. It's just kind of meandering off the southern coast of California. It's going to try to advance through our region, primarily the Four Corners region, for the middle of next week. So we'll see how that evolves. We'll see how that eventually comes to fruition. But same indications with this weak system passing through. Cloud coverage tonight, cloud coverage tomorrow for Montrose for most of the day. Breezy in the afternoon, colder on Saturday. We recover, moderate back to the low 40s for the remainder of next week, and then we'll watch the middle of next week for that cutoff low pressure system.